Hello everybody. We're just here to explain to you guys a little bit about off-roading directions. Okay, I'm gonna explain to you guys a little bit about the type of wheels that we ride in the desert. All right, we have two-wheel drive, we have all-wheel drive, and we have the four-wheel drive. Okay, done and these kind of things. All right, there will not be no button for four-wheel drive and sedan for sure, 100%. If has, please let me know. I want to buy that car as well. Okay, but here I want to tell you guys, for the desert, we have two different types of modification, not modifications, but points in your car. We have the 4 high and the 4 low. Okay, so when you get to the desert, you have to do the first point. That's called deflation. So when you get to the desert, you have to make sure to not drive on D, okay? Because when you drive on D, your car goes automatically to some different changes during the drive that you don't want to happen. So for example, when you're going up on the dune, you want to have more power, your car will be running a different way, it will be running a little bit slow. But that's why we say when you are there, so you prefer to put your car on 4 high or 4 low, okay? When can you use 4 high? We use 4 high for the normal drive, okay? And we're gonna be using 4 low generally for coverage, for some special spots or points, but we're gonna advise you that when the moment comes. All right?
A lot of off-roaders, when they like the sport, they want to keep doing it. It's way easier than keep pressing the buttons, turning off the ABS, stability control. And in some cars, when the car feels it's drifting too much, the computer will re-engage them even if you're trying to turn it off. You say, no, I don't want to drift. So what we do is we put something called a kill switch, and it's really recommended for many cars. Like I drove Pajero, FJ, and I definitely know it's also recommended for regulars, basically. So I've seen everyone with one. But what this does, it's a button. It's connected either to your computer or to the fuse box, or depends on the garage who did it. You can ask people with the same car that you have which one is best, where to put it, where to install it. It's just a button. When you press it, you make sure 100% that everything is off in your car, from ABS. And by everything, I mean all the electronic system that try to help you not to drift and for your wheels not to slip, because you don't want that to happen. When you're pushing, you want the car to be like a car from 1900, right? Basic acceleration and brake. So there's different tools. This is a gauge, right? You can check what is the pressure tire. Mine is something 35 now. And there's this maneuver tool where you can remove, what do you call that, the valve, the stem. And this is another gauge, and this is a 3-in-1 tool. We're gonna use all of them. One thing, okay. So let's use. We're gonna start with this. This tool is the combination of all of them. Actually, instead, start with the simple ones. You put this, right? So it clicks, you feel like it clicks. You turn it, and then at this point we remove this piece, right? So, and the tire will definitely deflate. Now, how do we know what's happening? You can take the gas, and it tells us it's 25. Let's use the other one. It's 20 something. Now what you want is, usually it's a good starting point to have the tire around 12 psi. Let's use this one. So it has the same concept, but this tool and this tool together, the gauge and the pin remover. So what you want to start is you start with it open totally, and then you turn this part to this one only. See, it's turning until it's inside, like it holds to the valve. You push it inside, and you keep turning. So now we are turning the same way we will turn with this one, right? This is happening inside. What I do is I keep a little bit of pressure and I keep turning until it's totally feeling like it's skipping, and then you remove. Now, to make the air go out, you do this. To stop, you do this. And when you stop, you can check the gauge, how much is left. And you have to press this to reset the gauge. It's around 16. This is definitely slower than the other method. So now it's around 12, right? Perfect. Now how do we stop this? We push this back, this part, the airflow control. We put back the pin and we screw it back. And then we open the thing and we remove the whole thing. So basically what we did is exactly the same as we did with this one. We removed this, we use the gauge all the time, and then we put it back and we screwed it again. Now let's make sure that this is at 12 psi, 12.5.
Okay, so here we go in a very important point in our drive. All right, radios. Chucky radios. All right. So when you go to buy them, you can find them for very cheap in Dragon Mart. You can find them for very cheap in Amazon as well. All right. So check it out. You need one that's running right, or buy two, just in case if one is not working on that day, you have the spare one. All right. So let me tell you how to.
This one should be around 70 dirhams, 80 dirhams maximum in Dragon Mart. Don't get ripped off. It's called Bofang UV5R. It's the most common used, and it does the job perfectly. It's quite cheap.
Okay, so here we go. The first point is how to switch this baby on. So there is this the rotate button at the top. You twist to your left. So if my hand is here, twist to your left. So you're gonna listen to the sound. The radio is already on. All right. Now there is one thing is that everybody will get confused how to put the frequency on it. Okay, down here there is a button lock and unlock. On the right side all the way down, you know the hashtag you put all the way in your Instagram account and this kind of stuff. Yeah, right here. So yeah, so it's gonna be there so you can lock unlock. So in this case I'm gonna unlock mine because it's unlock. You heard that sound? Unlock. And then you go on the frequency and then, for example, I'm gonna put here now 1 1 1 2 2. Oh damn, it cannot go
because it's a wrong frequency. So the radio has a specific range of frequencies.
Exactly. So in this case I'm gonna put 1 6 2 6 6 2. Oh, it went. So now the same thing I'll do for this radio, but no, I'll do it later on. But I already have a frequency over here, so I'm just gonna switch the second radio on.
Don't get confused.
Down that one, please.
Okay. That's one.
So then I didn't lock it yet, so I'm gonna put it back.
4 8 9 9 4 4 8 0 0.
And then I will lock.
Lock.
Done. So when I lock, if I can press any button I want, it won't change the frequency. But if you don't lock, you press any button, even just like by mistake, I lost that frequency. Okay. Now to speak, you don't press this one, you don't press that one, the one in the middle, the PTT. It's not personal training course, but PTT. Okay, make sure it's PTT. So I go, hello, 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 hello. So you got it. So PTT is push to talk. But let's get back to the point. When you're on the convoy, we do the radio check. Okay, make sure when the first car starts saying,
Radio check, car number 1.
Car number 2, white FJ, radio check.
Car number 3, red Xterra, radio check.
and you go like this car by car, okay? In the middle of the convoy, if something happened, you say,
Car number 2, Xterra,
I have a problem.
Xterra, wait for our support.
Done. So the marshal or the leader will come to you, he'll help you, or he'll say for the one of the sweepers, come down and see the situation and help you out. But for sure, the floating sweeper will be already close to you and say, stop right there, let me help you of what to do.
Hello everyone. In this section, I'm gonna talk about the convoy behavior and what is a convoy. I'm sorry to do this in a digital format, but the video that we recorded in the desert is so wind noisy, and I figured out that we can do this in a more presentation way, which will also be good enough. So when we drive in the desert, we drive in a convoy form, which is a series of cars. The first car will gonna be the leading marshal. The second car is gonna be the second lead. And the third car, fourth car, until just before the last car, and just the participants or the drivers in the convoy, and the last car called the fixed sweeper. Sometimes you have different cars around the convoy that are not part of the convoy, but I mean they are belonging to the same convoy, but they don't follow the tracks of the convoys. These are called floating sweepers. Now, what's the job of everyone in this convoy? So the first car, the leading marshal, will be discovering the road. The second lead will be following him, and everyone behind the second lead will be following the second lead, not the leading marshal. Why is that? So the leading marshal will be discovering the road, as we said, and for example, he found himself in a ditch, or after he crossed the dune, he found something not suitable for the whole convoy to pass through. He will advise via the communication of the radio, advise the second lead to take a different route. So the whole convoy should follow the second lead, not the first car, right? So at the same time, what is the job of the fixed sweeper, or the sweeper for short? The sweeper will have a look always on the whole convoy from the back, make sure no one is left behind or is not catching up. Also, he will be supporting and helping in a situation where someone gets stuck or facing problem of crossing any dune or doing any climb or anything like that. So basically, he's your support. For floating sweepers, they are the same, and they are there to provide support, but instead of just following the same convoy tracks, they will be on the side. Please do not follow these two, like these floating sweepers. In this case, it's two cars, one on the right, one on the left, because they will have a very usually advanced tracks, and sometimes it's very tricky to follow one of these cars. They are very advanced drivers, and they will be there just to look to the whole convoy from a different angle, where they can see like maybe more the convoy and how it's behaving, and everyone is safe. So how do you drive in a convoy? When you drive in a convoy, usually the marshal or the leading marshal, or with the help with the different support, they will assign you a car or a position. So let's imagine you are this car number 3. What you need to do is to remember what's the car in front of you and what's the car behind you, because you will be always following the car in front of you, and you will always keep an eye that the car behind you is following you. In case of car number 4 failing to follow you for like a minute or something, you should inform, if not already informed, but you should inform then the leading marshal to stop. Then the second car will stop, you will stop, so until car number 4 will be able to catch up, so no one will get lost, right? Following the same, you need to keep a distance between your car and the car in front of you between 3 to 4 cars, which is 15 to 20 meters. And that is because if the car in front of you got stuck, you need to have some space either to stop far for the car in front of you to recover, or for you to park somewhere where you can be safe and park in a good ground, and that the car in front of you that's having a problem be able to recover itself without you being in the way. What you shouldn't do also is, if the car in front of you got stuck, is to try to overtake it or go play around and like start playing on the dunes, because this will create incidents and accidents that can be avoided if everyone just stay organized, and because the sweeper or like the floating sweepers or the leading marshal will come to help that car, and instead of, I mean, if you are playing around or if different cars are playing around, they might create an accident due to like the nature of the sand and the dunes. You might not see other cars, or other cars might not see you. So if the car in front of you got into a situation or stuck or any of that, it's better to stop, as long as you can stop somewhere safely. We're gonna talk about that later, about how you stop and where, but that's the idea. The whole spirit of driving in a convoy is to drive in a team, and it's not a race. Definitely it's not a race, and it's not a competition between the drivers. We all enter in the same positions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 5. And we all exit in the same position, hopefully that everyone will enter safe and exit safely. So you don't need to prove anything to anyone. We are all here to have fun and to finish the drive together, right? So no ego, it's not a race, it's not a competition, and safety comes first. One of the most things that is very important in the convoy, I'm gonna repeat it, I think we said it, but it's better to repeat, is to follow the tracks of the car in front of you. There's many places where if you deviate from the tracks for just a few meters, you might find yourself into a ditch or into a bush that you didn't see because you just crossed the dune, or any of that. So that's the job actually is between the first car and the second car. First car discover that the road is safe, the second car will take that path and everyone will follow. So if you think like you're moving a track for any reason, or unless like there's something obvious, of course everything is with logic, but if not, it's better to follow the tracks. Also when you're taking, like if you're thinking, oh, I can take a higher track, I can climb this dune a little bit more, I'm more experienced, you will be endangering other people in the convoy that are behind you, because they will try to follow you instead of following the leading marshal, who's driving based on the level of everyone in the convoy, not only you. So if you are more experienced, you will still be asked to follow exactly the same tracks, not because you cannot do more, maybe you can, but the car behind you or behind them, they will try to follow the track that you made, which is harder, which is not their level of experience yet, and you will be endangering them to have an incident. So following tracks is what you need to understand. Keep 3 to 4 car distance and no overtaking when it's possible. Sometimes it's safer if you overtake, but that's it depends on the situation, and that's it, and it's not a race. Thank you so much for listening. I'm gonna explain a few driving skills. You're gonna practice this a lot, believe me, but I want you to know a few things as part of theory, right? The first thing you will learn is to drive around on flat surface, which is easy. Then you will learn to climb a dune straight up, straight down. This is the first thing you're gonna learn. And I'm gonna show you a little bit here. So let's say this is a dune, right? You're going up. Now most of the new people driving, when you're going up, you'll see only the sky. You don't see anything else, right? Like this. This guy seeing God. So he will be afraid and he will brake here. Perfectly fine. Nothing happened. Either he gets stuck or he doesn't. What he needs to do is to reverse straight down. So anyway, for even this recovery, this sweeper or the marshal will help, will tell him what to do. But what I need you to understand, there is, when you get stuck like this, there is nothing called I do a U-turn and I go down. Doesn't work. You risk yourself of flipping. Right? You don't want that. So in the beginning, we go straight up and straight down. If we don't make it, we reverse the straight down. That's it. Right? And here there is no going left, right? We go down until the end and then we follow the tracks. This is part of following the tracks. The marshal will do this. If you do this, you're fine. Now, when you're climbing a dune, there's a few things to consider. First, a great tip is to open your windows, turn off your music, turn off your AC, enjoy the weather if it's good, enjoy the experience and all the fun, but most of all, listen to the car in front of you. So, if this guy is waiting here, and this guy is trying to climb, and you hear, you hear his engine, it's like, like you know that, okay, he's pushing, he's accelerating a lot, so it needs a lot of power. Or the opposite. What you want to happen is be climbing with enough speed to reach here and like a little bit more than the half of your car is on the other side. But what you don't want to reach here with a lot of speed, and so your car will fly and do this. This can happen. Google, YouTube, say FJ flying. You'll see a lot of this. Like this, and if you are very over speed, you will fly and you can even roll over like this. You don't want that. It's better to, this is what we call understanding your car. And this is one of the most important things you have to learn in desert. How much speed you need for what. This is the most crucial thing and the only thing you have to learn. It's fine not to make it the first time. You reverse, you try again. Every time you add 5-10% more pushing. But I will show you how it will look like in perfect situation. You come with a very good speed, you start slowing down until you're here, your car barely moving, and then you flip, and then you go super slow down. That's how it should look. We're gonna practice this, and we're gonna, like, driver by driver, give them enough chance to understand how much power they needed on different steep dunes. So, but remember, better to not make it or get buried here than flying around, right? Flying to the other side. While going down, there's something we call fishtailing. Now, it depends on how steep the dune is. But let's say it's more steep like this. Okay, so you climb and you make it and you're going down. Now you'll feel that your car back is moving to the left or right. Usually on the road, what we do, we hit the brake, we stop. It's totally the opposite in this situation. You're going down and you're going down on, usually on your first gear. You want your engine to hold your car back, not the brakes. You will still using the brakes, but you don't need to brake hard. Maybe you need to tap it just to control your speed, but that's it. Now, if your car starts feeling it's drifting from the back, what you need to do is accelerate a little bit. Don't floor it, you're going down here, right? After a little bit accelerate, and then you'll see the car went straight again. And then you remove, like, because you already tapped the acceleration, so probably by now not accelerating anymore, but you need to control again the car. Maybe you use the brake a little bit, or the car will slow down by itself because of the sand until you reach down. So no matter what, when it's fishtailed, you don't want to turn your steering or to brake. All what you need to do is tap on the gas. It will go straight again. Because what you're doing now is going down straight. Right? So you got like this, and if you start turning and brake, and no, all you need to do is little tap on the gas, it will go straight, and you will good to go.
So also when you're going down, if the convoy is going a little bit fast than what's unusual, so you don't have to speed up. So when you go down, oh, they are already far already from here, you speed up. What happens if your bumper is, so he's gonna bump.
Yes, so if you're going down
and you
fast, and here it's up, what will happen?
So you're gonna put speed to catch up with the convoy, that we don't advise you to do because we're gonna wait for you. So you speed up, and then that is the way we have when we call it a situation. Yes, or even worse, you bump it, you're gonna go up, but you're gonna bump it first. Exactly. You have power to go out, but you're gonna bump it and damage your car.
And no bumper anymore.
Halas. And then the desert, you say thank you.
You're gonna see a lot of bumpers around in the desert, and that's why. Maybe.
Yes.
There's a lot of reason to lose you. So, one more thing is about this. Let's finish this part. This is called the newbie stock, bellied, because they had enough power to reach it, but not enough power to just cross it more a few centimeters. I will tell you something. That's fine. You use this getting stuck. It's fine. We pull you to either side. It's super fine. Better than thinking, well, no, I need a lot of speed to reach it, and you fly. I don't want to see you fly. You don't want to see yourself fly. So this is okay, but how do you fix this? How do you learn how to not to do this? Is again, when you learn exactly how much power you need, you will reach it, and you will keep giving a little bit of gas in the end until the car drops to the other side. Like the weight of the car, the balance of the car is on the downside, and then you go slowly. But you need this to be very slow action. You don't want it like poof, or no flying. Cool. Let's talk about a few more things. You want, like in desert diving, you need, because we're deflated, our wheels are no PSI. What you need is to avoid sharp turns. So there is no like full right and accelerate, and sometimes you need to, but usually it's more wide curves, right? And so also there is no sudden brakes, like fully brake, because you will dig, and there is no full acceleration immediately, because also you will dig. If you're stopped, like, and then you go start and like you're racing, you start slowly. Again, some places, some terrains, different situation will require to do either braking, but you will learn it with experience. But as general rule, like, don't keep fully turning everywhere. You will probably have what we call pop out. Pop out is when the tire, the wheel, go out of the rim, right? We can fix that later. Again, we'll put it back. But
Is that what we call situation?
so, okay. One thing, when we stop for these breaks that Vladimir was talking about, and he loves them so much, he usually does for us, breaks. So, what you want to do is don't stop like you are in parking, because people might not be able to move again, especially if it's a little bit up. What you want to do is when you stop your car, always have like you're pointing towards down, right? So if you're stopping here, so it's going to be like totally down. Don't stop with your car inclined like this anyway, right? Always try to be vertical to wherever is down and stop, or on a flat surface. But in any way, don't stop very like behind each other. Better is to stop in this shape. Because if this car gets stuck, this can go. If this car gets stuck, this can go, or this can go, instead of everyone getting stuck and no one can move. Right? So usually we park like this, or whatever, right? But not very close to each other, then they're just straight. Now let's talk about fighting gravity. This is something you will hear a lot, and I want you to understand what it is first. They say gravity is your worst enemy and your best friend and all of that talk. This car is driving. Let's say this is the track, right? So it will come like this and like this. Done. Perfect. Car behind it. How's the gravity? Gravity is down, right? So this car came, less speed, what we call it momentum. And there's this, but now, because not enough speed, start doing this. What's wrong to do? No, let's say what's correct first. What's correct to do in this situation? The driver should turn right, all the way up, and go down, straight down. Remember, the straight up, straight down is the most safest way to navigate the desert. So, when you're here, no enough speed, momentum, fully right, go back to the basic, straight down, slowly, and when you're going down and you're safe, your radio, I'm having problems, second attempt, it didn't work, whatever you want. And then you go back, someone will guide you how to go and try it again. There is no shame of trying it again. There is no competition again. There is no ego. Don't say I can do it, my car can do it. No, better try it a million times than damaging anything or risking yourself. So, what can go wrong? This guy is driving, start losing momentum, not enough speed. He turns instead of right, safe, down. He turns left. I think if I turn left, I can climb. This is fighting gravity. Because gravity is pushing you down. You don't have enough speed to fight gravity, right? And then your car will do this while your wheels are up. And if you're lucky, you'll get stuck like this. If you're not so lucky, you will go like this. And if you're very high down, you can roll over. Sorry not trying to scare you, but you should understand.
It's reality.
Yes. And I'm not gonna paint everything Lavi on rose. This is reality. You follow the rules, you be safe, you don't fight the gravity. Mostly you'll be fine, but don't follow rules, start fighting gravity, probably you damage your car and yourself. So this is part of fighting gravity. In more advanced things, like it's the same concept. When you get stuck like this, I told you don't U-turn. This is because gravity is pushing you down, right? And you're doing this, so what's left for the car to roll over, right? The car is made like to handle 30 or something degrees like this, but it's made to handle 70 or 80 vertical. So you want to be always vertical when you're slow. It's like the concept in the bucket. When you have water and you turn the bucket fast, the water stays in the bucket. Same. So when you have speed, your speed is what making you stick to the dune. Believe me, you will reach dunes in little bit advanced level, which are like more 80 degrees, something like this. You can't stop at all. You will just fall and not even roll over. But with enough speed, 100 km per hour, you will be stuck on the wall like this until you go down. So speed is what you want. Now, overspeeding is not good also. So what I prefer to say is control the speed, right? We'll talk about this on the drives a lot, but I don't want you to fight the gravity. If you're trying, for example, even let's take another example. Sometimes we're just driving like this and you don't have enough momentum or speed to follow the same tracks. Just go down. Whenever your car is telling you like, I cannot make it, don't think if you turn upwards or you try to get, I don't know where from speed, just listen to your car, go with the gravity, go down, and as safe as possible and as vertical as possible down and slow, and then you will be fine. The ridges are for freebies. No. We little bit about going up and down and what's danger zone. So as you see in the equipment section, we have flags, and the flags are used for what we call danger zone. So, and this is also like everything is coming together, right? So convoy behavior. So this guy is driving up, and he made it nicely, and he went there. The guy behind, he should wait until he's clear, especially if he cannot see what's on this side. So this is when distance is not like 3-4 cars anymore. He waits until he's clear, right? Related to convoy behavior, right? So while we have flags, this section here, this area is called danger zone. Why? Because if this guy gets stuck here for any reason, and this guy come, he will just jump on him, right? That's why we use a flag which are like 2-3 meters up. So unless this car is little bit down, he will stop seeing the flag when he's here, right? Well, when I use this flag, so the flag will be like kind of
No.
less than this, like little bit to this. So this guy, when this guy is here, he will see the flag till here, right?
So that's why we use the radio to say all clear.
Yeah. So again, sure. And so we're gonna reach to that. So this guy, let's say he made it and he went safely here. Once he's out of this down, he drop out of this steep down. When he's here, and it's clear here, you say car number 2, right FJ clear. So this guy can proceed, will do the same, and everyone will be safe. So this is what's called danger zone. And whenever you hear like the marshal or the car in front of you start say clear, check, like okay, clear, 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 you have to say it for the car behind you to follow you. As we said, there's no overtaking. Imagine this guy is stuck here, and then you think, okay, I can make it, and then no, you don't do this. You just wait where you are. If you are here, you radio say I'm behind you, and then you have to reverse and you clear it. But if you're here, it means you didn't keep enough distance in that situation in the first place, right? What you want to do is you want to usually drive on first or second gear. I know your car may be automatic, but you don't drive on D. You keep driving on 1 or 2 all the time. First or second gear. How you know which one is which one? You will get used to it, but this is the rule of thumb. When you're climbing, usually it's always 1. When you're not climbing, it's 2. When you're going down, it's 1. And you will see the rest. You have to put your seatbelt, you and your passenger, right? Seatbelt is very important. In case of accident of anything, seatbelt, you have to put seatbelt. Even the passengers in the back, they have to put seatbelts. Okay, done. And last thing, and you have to understand this again, I'm not trying to scare you, I'm just trying to bring the reality of the sports for you. Is the leading marshal and the whole convoy and the sweeper will be there to help you. Is it capturing me or down on
Everything.
Cool. So everyone will try to keep you as safe as possible and teach you as much as possible, but there is one reality check you have always to keep in mind, that you are responsible for your car, for yourself, and for your passengers. And you are the only responsible of all three. Now, you contribute for the responsibility of the whole convoy and putting everyone at risk, yes, but you're not really, like, everyone is responsible for himself. So if you break your car or anything, you're responsible. Again, not trying to scare you, but you have to understand that. And I hope that will make you follow the rules properly. Because, again, you're responsible. It's your car, it's your life, it's your friends, it's your family, it's your kids. A lot of drivers come with their kids. So please be safe, understand your responsibility, and believe me, when you understand that and be safe, you will enjoy it a lot. Because you won't enjoy it when you keep spending your money and your time in the garage fixing things, right? So that's it, and I hope to see you on the first timer drives. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this!